Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we are going to discuss a few of the important objectives of Old English literature. So the first, the Anglo-Saxons invaded England around AD 1066, 54 BC, 1 BC and 450. So the correct answer that we have is 450. So during 450 we have three different Germanic tribes that invaded Britain, better say England. So the Angels invaded Marcia, Northumbria. The Jutes invaded in Wessex, and the Saxons invaded in East Anglia. So these three Germanic tribes invaded Britain in 5th century. Okay, 5th. So that's why it is called as Anglo-Saxon invasion. Okay. So these three Germanic tribes invaded. That's why it is called as Anglo-Saxon era at the same time. So Anglo-Saxon, we have after that Norman contest that happened in 1066, 54, 1 BC, 450. As we know that it is old Anglo-Saxon invasion, not BC, not 54. So the correct answer is 1066. So the Norman contest happened in the 1066 with the King William, the Duke of Normandy, invaded Britain in 1066. This king invaded the Britain. That's why it is called as the Norman Contest. Before him, we have two kings. There are so many, but the Harold Godwinson, that is the first, and Hardada, that is the second. Both of these ruled before 1066, and after invasion, Norman, the Duke of the Norman contest, William, the Duke of Normandy, invaded Britain in 1066. Next, timeline of Anglo-Saxon is 450, 1066, 445, 110, 402, 1000. So the correct answer we have 450 to 1066. Here we have Anglo-Saxon invasion, we have Norman contest. So the period between that, as in the next slide, we have Anglo-Saxon to Norman contest. So we have the timeline between that is called as Anglo-Saxon period. After that we have Middle English period that starts with 1066. That's why it is called as a middle. After, it is actually regarded as 1100 as the beginning of Middle English. That is also the date of 1066. That is Norman contest. Next question we have, one of the oldest poems in English, Beowulf, is written by Caedmon, Sainwolf, Bede. So the correct answer we have anonymous. The writer is unknown. Still, it is one of the greatest epic, greatest poem written in Old English literature. So we have the text in Old English literature. Next, we have the monster Grendel appears in the poem Beowulf. Next, poem Widsith, probably the oldest in English. Okay, I'm talking about the poem in oldest in English is about as personal account of minister's life. That's why it is called as. The three tribes came to England in the middle of 5th century, as we discussed. If you remember, we can go back and see our slide. Here we have the three Germanic tribes, Angles, Jutes, and Saxons, invaded the part of Britain. These are Germanic tribes in 5th century, as I had written. Going back, three tribes, as we just discussed, Angles, Jutes, and Saxons. These three Germanic tribes invaded Britain or England in the middle of 5th century. That is the correct. Who wrote Ecclesiastical History of English People? That's James Bay. Okay, we don't have waste time. Don't waste our time. Next, Which Germanic tribes came to England in the middle of 5th century? As we discussed, we have three: Jutes, Angles, and Saxons, both A and B. These three Germanic tribes came and invaded England. Who contributed to English chronicles or Saxon chronicle, better known as King Alfred, contributed the Saxon chronicles. Norman Contest. As we discussed, Norman Contest by the King William, Duke of Normandy, who contested Britain in 1066. But we must know the Battle of Hastings. In Battle of Hastings, we have Norman Contest of 1066. Okay. Before the spread of Christianity, Britain, Anglo-Saxons followed. Okay, none of these, they just were pagan. Okay, paganism. There is lack of religious element in there. Next, which is the earliest epic poem in our literature? I am talking about poem. Which epic? Remember that epic. Oldest and earliest epic that we have is Beowulf. Next, major portion of Anglo-Saxon poetry was, as usual, as I said, it's a pagan. Nobody, there were lack of religious elements. That major portion of Anglo-Saxon poetry was a pagan. Next, the monster Grendel appears in Beowulf. Okay, thanks for watching. Stay tuned. See you.